Hi guys, it's Jody from Marjack Creations. Hope you all had a really good Christmas and are all rested and ready for the new year. I am back today to work on the embellishment set that we were working on last time. I figured I would actually show you how I'm going to make the little scrappy embellishments to decorate them with. So we'll get right in on it. Hopefully this will be a quick video. I have decided, I went through my papers and I've decided that I'm going to use this set to decorate the embellishments with. It's The Meaning of Love. I believe I got it on Amazon, might have been on AliExpress, I can't remember. But they're 6x6 papers, and I like using these ones or the ones I get from the dollar store to do the scrappy embellishments that I make. They're not really scrappy, they're little embellishments that I make with strips of paper. So this is the set we're going to use. I think it'll go good with the paper we're having. Hopefully it'll be okay with the two little tags we did last time. And so we'll get started. Okay, so if you recall, I was using this paper here. It's gray with the writing, and I wanted to show you how I make these easy without having to reinvent the wheel. What I did is I went through my embellishment packages and I found ones that I liked the look of on each set that we're going to do. And then I got strips of paper ready and I've inked them all. So we're going to recreate the strips that I've chosen to put them on here. It just makes it fast. It makes, you don't have to think. You get your favorite ones over and over and over again. No use struggling to come up with new ideas every time once you find things that you like. So that's how I do it anyway. So I'm just going to get started here. I have this one laid out so that you can see how I've taken something that I like, just a simple one here. It looked good on there, and I've just kind of picked papers that are similar. And I'm just going to glue these together. And then when I'm off screen, I will run them through the sewing machine just to add a little bit of extra design element to them. So we'll just do this. It makes it nice and quick. And I don't need much glue because, like I say, I am going to be stitching. But I am going to be very careful that I do get them to the right size, because if you recall, that was part of the issue that we were having the last time we worked on this, is they didn't quite fit the right sizing. And I want these, oops, to be the right size. I want them kind of layered like that. So, like I say, I don't need much glue at all. Okay, so there's that one, nice and quick, just with strips. It does make it faster because I had them inked prior, but that's my take on this one. Okay, so we'll move over onto the next set. So this is the big tag that we had, and if you recall, I liked how this formed out like this, but I didn't find that it was quite big enough. I'm just going to actually put this glue aside, and I'm going to get my other glue so we don't have a mess. All right, so taking a look at this, I have a big square here that I want to kind of go in this center section because you can see where this writing is. And then I had a strip going down the side. I do want it over as far as possible because I want to have that writing showing. Then I had another one coming down this way. And I had a set coming across this way. So I did think that I would add just another little box for something extra. And then I figured what I would do is possibly get some of these butterflies, not necessarily this one, but to decorate with the butterflies throughout. So that's my take on this one. So we're just going to quickly glue this one down. And I'm going to start just by running a bead of glue down this blue one. A little bit of glue here. I won't put quite as much stitching as I did on that one. Okay. And when I do this one, I'm going to line up this piece with that edge. And just want to do it just like that. Okay. Now, if I could bring over some of the butterflies, we'll get out a pile and see what we have to use. These I all got off AliExpress recently, and I have all sorts of different colors. So I'll just pick one and we'll clip it together. And then we'll put them together later. Okay. I think I want a pink one on this one. That one's not bad, but we'll just see if we can find the best one. I think I'm gonna, I don't know if I really like that color. I like the fact that it's bigger because some of them are going to be smaller. And I do, unfortunately, really like that size. Well, just going to put a little bit of ink around them, just so I can see. that's not bad. I think I'll leave it for that, and I can change it out later if I change my mind. So that's my take on this one. So you see it's very similar. I'll do some stitching, and but it's bigger and it's the colors that I want for this one. Okay. So moving on, we have this little tag here, and the one I've chosen for this one is this. Now, I cannot remember which way I wanted it, because here's the thing, you can also have it upside down. This one's built this way, but I don't have to keep it that way. I can, in fact, turn it upside down because I'm going to be doing what I want. But I think I will leave it this way. So let's get building this one. Now, I have to decide which side I want it on. And I think I want it on this side because there's a little bit more of that writing. So this one, they also don't have to be exactly. You're just doing an interpretation of what you have there. So you can have something like this. Which I think looks quite nice. And then we can have a little butterfly here. In which case I kind of want this moved over just a tad. So I can have the butterfly over this way. This then also allows me to put something down here. So maybe instead of having the little number sign here, we can put a number sign down at the bottom. Or I could bring in some of my bows. And we can see if something would fit. Now, where did I put? I'm missing. Okay, there. So I do have some of these little numbers cut out, but they're pretty tiny. I've got some bigger ones. This is a black bigger one. But I could put something like that down here, or we can go with a word. So let me just cut out one of the bigger ones here in white and see what we think. I cannot cut ovals very well, particularly when I'm trying to talk. So I apologize as I'm concentrating here. So we can do like that, and maybe we can bring in some fabric or some of my handmade paper. I do have some of that over here. So we can tear off a bit of this. And we can add something like that to it. Just trying to get it the right shape. So that's what I've come up with that one. I quite like that the way it is. So again, this will be inked. I'll probably ink the back of that too. And in the meantime, we will put this together and move on to the next one. So again, the first thing I'm gonna have to do is do this back one. I'm just using my Tombow glue here and just putting just a teeny tiny bit on there. And I cannot remember where I had this. Did I have it like this? I don't remember. Okay, I think I had this one on next. If you're like me and you have trouble laying it out and then sticking it down where you forget, take a picture of it. It helps. And again, you'll see, I'll do some pictures or a follow-up video of these once I get the stitching done, because that will just finish it off nicely. Okay, so not quite sure if that's exactly how we had it, but it's pretty close. And then we can put something like this down at the bottom. Okay, so that's my take on this one. So we'll put these aside and bring in the next one. All right, so this is one of our pockets. And I have decided I'm not going to use this side. I just find it's too busy. So we're going to do this side. And this is my idea for this one, as I want something like this. And I think I want this further down to the bottom. So I've chosen this pink. I do like this writing on this side, so I want to retain as much of that as possible. So I'm going over to the right. And then I'm going to have something along the lines of this. And how did I have this? I'm thinking I'm going to stick that down at the back. So something along the lines of this. I just wanted this piece in the back for a little bit more color on it. Again, the stitching for this one's going to be really important. And then again, we can put a little butterfly if we can find one that we can, like, oh, here's a little one. So So maybe something like this. And I would be inclined to maybe put a word on this one. So that's my take on this one. And we'll get this one, start getting this one glued down. So I think the first thing we need to do is glue this on. And then we'll put this one on. We do have to make sure that I'm not getting glue on the pocket because I don't want to glue it down yet. Okay. I can't tell if that's straight. Okay. Nope, now it's definitely not straight. Okay, that's better. Now this one's going to go all the way across. This is going to be how we center it. So we do have to be somewhat careful with that, because I want this here. So we want to line that up like that. Okay. Lastly, we're going to put that one up this way. So this is quite a thick one, but it should go through my sewing machine okay. There we go, and then that can go somewhere in there, and possibly a word over on this side. So that's that take. So when you do it this way, it goes pretty quick. All right, we have another pocket here. Now you see, this piece originally went up and down, but I'm thinking of doing it this way on this one. So I have this piece for the back, and then I'm going to this way. I had the other one going that way, so I'm going to try and flipping it this way. Now I do have some fabrics, but again, they're going to be going the wrong way. So those will not work there. So this either might be a very simple one with just some stitching, or we do have some bows again. We can put a bow on, which could be cute. Or we have one of those. This will be one that I'll probably decorate after because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. So in the meantime, I'm going to cheat a little bit. Get it how I want it to sit. And I'm going to glue down here. Oops. And then I'll just tack this down just a touch. Possibly. Just to kind of hold it in place until I can stitch it. Okay. So there's that one. Oops. And I unfortunately kind of glued it down. So see, that one's quite different than what I have, but it'll work. And I'll probably put a bow. I think I will put a bow. Just a matter of finding which bow that I want there. Don't want yellow. Don't really want pink. So it'll be a matter of finding a blue one that possibly, or maybe I'll put a word. We'll see. So there's that one. Alrighty, we have just a couple left to do. Here's this one again. I thought I'd like these backgrounds, they're not for me. And this one I'm looking at doing this way. I definitely want it hanging upside down. And I definitely wanted a bow on this one. So this is how I had this one envisioned. I can't remember which way it was. I think I had, did I have it this way with the green across? Nope. I believe I had it this way. This one I can put a piece of fabric on if I can find a small enough one. Let's see what I have here. if I can get some of this. I'm just making it a little bit shorter. Oops, sorry, I'm probably not on screen. These are just pieces of, I think it's actually old bed sheet that I've stamped with stays on. So that's how I'm picturing this one. This piece will have to be stitched on after. And then we can put on a bow. Possibly a blue bow, not that blue. Something along that lines. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is get this on. Just, again, same thing that we've been doing. I've decided not to have the edge showing. I'm going to have it off just to give myself a little bit more playroom. And bring it down just a touch. Make sure I have enough room for that. Perfect. And just about there. Okay. Now, where did I put that bow? Where did I put the bow? There's another butterfly. Maybe I use a butterfly. Oh, there it is. So there we go. So there's my take on that one. So we're gonna set that one aside. And we're getting there, guys. We got one We have this now. Now this one I did not. I did not give myself a one to go by. And I'm just playing with this one just to see what we can do with it. Again, this, find myself concentrating. And being unable to talk at the same time. I'm not really caring for this too much. But actually that's not bad. So we're gonna do it just like that. This butterfly, and again then the stitching. So like I did on that other one, I'm gonna kind of cheat because I wanna have it in the right spot. So I'm gonna use this one first. And just a quick line up here. And then we'll do some stitching. All right, now, and I had this butterfly. I have to make sure we haven't used that one before. It looks a little bit familiar. Okay, last but not least, we have something slightly different. This is what I'm thinking of using. And this is going to be hopefully my side tuck. So this is what I have envisioned for it, but with these colors. So the first thing I forgot to do is I forgot to ink this. I want this in the pink. I did ink the back in the brown, just to give it a little bit more depth. So I'm just going to do this in the pink. That out of the way before I get ink all over. And I liked it where this went over the edge. I don't know if you can see. Like, I love it just with this one, but it's not, doesn't match with the colors. So the first thing I'm gonna do is glue that down so we don't lose that. And then I'm gonna look. So it's kind of staggered here. So that's what I wanna make sure I'm doing. I wanna make sure that I have enough space to stagger it. Okay. And then I had a long piece coming down there, and a short piece here, and then the green piece here. Now, I'm not caring for this piece in the middle. So I'm wondering if we even need it at all, because I'm going to hopefully maybe put one of these on there. It's too big. So I'm just going to trim it down, see if I can we can use it. If not, I might have to go find that stamp and do one. You could use an image there as well, but I like the fabric detail. All right, so I'm just going to rough up these edges a little bit. I'll do some more roughing once I'm off screen. Okay, so there we have that. Now, this piece does have some of my handmade paper in the background, and I do have some of that pink. So we could try to see if this will work. Again, this is my handmade paper. It's available in my shop. I sell it in packs of 5 sheets. And I only make them during the summer. So once what I have is gone, then they're gone for this season. So we can do that, and I do like that. Doesn't have quite the punch I have of this one. I really love this one on there, but it will do just fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my brown ink, and I'm just going to ink up this piece of paper. And then we'll start getting this glued down. Sorry, the family's upstairs banging around. Oops, and I don't think I needed that much glue. Okay, I'm not going to glue this down because I'm going to stitch around there. Actually, I might stitch it right onto there. Let me just get it up. Yeah, I might stitch that right onto the side tuck. So then this will just go on, let me use my reach. That'll just go on the side of the paper, and it'll be a nice side tuck. Okay guys, well, that is today's video. So I'll go and I'm going to do this stitching, And you can see when we're done how they all look slightly different and how they turn out. Thanks guys, have a good day, bye.